Nigeria doesn't just produce talent, it produces history makers. From the 90s to date, Nigerian players haven't just played in Europe, they've practically broken records and shifted narratives. They've left, permanent marks. Welcome back to Victor Analysis. Now, today we are going to be talking about Nigerians who didn't just play in Europe but conquered it. We'll start with Rashidi Yekini. In the 1993 to 1994 season with Victoria de Setúbal, Yekini became Premier League top scorer with 21 goals. At the time when African forwards were still trying to fight for recognition in Europe, Yekini dominated a European league. Next is a player with so much intelligence and elegance, Kanu Nwankwo. He's a Champions League winner with Ajax in 1995. He's also a Premier League icon with Arsenal. Kanu became one of the most clutch substitutes in Premier League history. Do you remember that hat-trick he had against Chelsea? Legendary. He proved Nigerian players weren't just physical, that they were also technical. He was so composed and he was a big moment player. Also, we have flair personified, as I like to call him, JJ Okocha at PSG and Bolton Wanderers. Although not a goal machine or a record breaker in terms of goals, he changed perceptions about Nigerian creativity. He made Nigerian creativity respected in England. Sometimes influence is really bigger than numbers. We also have Yakubu Ayegbeni, who was very consistent in the Premier League with over 90 Premier League goals. At one point, he was one of the highest scoring Africans in the Premier League history. He had longevity across multiple clubs. Now to the modern era. This is where it gets serious. At my number one position in the modern era, we have Victor Osimhen. With Napoli, he became the first Nigerian to win the Serie A Golden Boots, the highest scoring African in a single Serie A season, and he helped deliver Napoli's first league title in over 30 years. That's legacy level impact. Then we move to Germany. Victor Boniface. In his debut Bundesliga season with Bayer Leverkusen, he broke records for goal contribution by a Nigerian in a single Bundesliga campaign. He also became part of a historic unbeaten title-winning side. Immediate impact, immediate history. We also have Ademola Lookman. With Atlanta, he became the first Nigerian to score a hat-trick in a European club final during the Europa League final against Bayer Leverkusen. That wasn't just a good night, that was a record-breaking night. Finally, we have our captain, Wilfred Ndidi, who played at Leicester City. And at his time there, he led Premier League in tackles and interception during some peak seasons. When you are topping defensive records in England, you are not just playing well, it means you are dominating statistically. Different eras and different leagues. We've mentioned Portugal, England, Italy, and Germany. But the pattern still stays the same. Nigerian players don't just participate in Europe, they leave records behind. From Yekini, Kanu Nwankwo and Okocha in their time to Osimhen and Boniface, rewriting history right now. Nigeria's impact in European football isn't temporary, it's generational. So tell me, which Nigerian record stands out the most to you? Let me know in the comment section. This is still Victor Analysis. See you in the next one.